Boom! Hey guys, how you going? It's Brad back in the house, the apartment actually, my apartment. Let's talk about how many hours I've been training every day to get ready for this INBA fitness model competition. There's a 1 hour per day, 3 hours per day, 10 hours per day. 10 hours per day, no. So I'm gonna talk about what I've been training and how long I've been training for. Coming up in this video, I'll speak to you soon. So let's talk about my training. How many hours per day am I training to get ready for this INBA fitness model competition? It's coming up, it's 2.5 weeks away, it's the 14th of February. It's Valentine's Day, I just remembered, it's Valentine's Day. You know what, if the ladies are out there watching this, you're thinking, oh, I feel sorry for her, I'm single, so that's why I didn't think about Valentine's Day. But it's Valentine's Day as I film this right now. I'm single, I don't have a Valentine. Maybe you can be my, I don't know. I was gonna say, you know what I was gonna say. Maybe you can send your Valentine love below, just leave some comments below. So, hey Brad, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're having an awesome day. That'll be, make me feel really good. Otherwise, don't leave a comment. So, just to get the formalities out of the way, if you're back as a subscriber, you are awesome. I love you more than a Valentine. If you're not a subscriber, then I still love you, but I can love you more if you subscribe and support this channel. Alternatively, I'm on Snapchat these days. Add me on Snapchat and I'll give you all the behind the scenes of what I do, how I train, how I think, what I feel. Mostly. A little bit of reality TV-ish kind of stuff on Snapchat. Check it out, add me, and we can be friends on that. So, training. INBA Fitness Model Comp, it is 2.5 weeks away. Can you believe this? I'm 36 episodes through this series. If you haven't watched the series, oh man, go and check it out. The crazy stuff that I've been doing and what I've had to put up with in this whole comp prep, it's been nuts. It's been absolutely crazy. Interesting feedback about it, people love it. And I never thought I'd get to episode 36 or vlog 36 in this. I just never expected that to happen, ever.
I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape.
I train about 3 hours per day, at least in the last 2 weeks. So we'll call it 4 weeks out from the comp. It's been about 3 hours per day with about 1 to 2 days rest. And you're thinking, that's a lot of time. I never usually do 3 hours in one session. I'll wake up and I'll do 1 hour of fasted cardio. So just go for a moderate walk. And so that's part of my training. So I wake up 5:30, 6:30 in the morning, and I'll do my 1 hour walk and I'll listen to music, or I'll listen to a podcast or an audiobook or something like that. So I'm feeding my mind, and I'll do that in a fasted state. Because when you've trained in a fasted state, you're increasing lipolysis, you're increasing fat breakdown. You're accelerating, fat lipolysis, and that's why I do it. And then I'll go to work. For example, right now it's almost 8:45. After this recording, I'll go to work. And then when I get back from work, I will go to the gym, and then I'll do weight training for an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. And then I'll come home and I'll have my post-workout, and then I'll have 2 hours of rest. And then I'll go back into the gym and I'll do posing practice. Now, when I first started getting into this whole comp prep thing, I never knew how intense posing would be. I thought, oh, posing's easy. You just stand up on the stage and you just do this. And posing, it's like, how easy is that? I mean, anyone can pose. No, it's really hard. It's hard to hit the poses how you should to really bring out your physique. And I underestimated the importance of posing. I really did. And I guess that's why a lot of guys, if you're watching this as a guy and you're looking at competing, leave it to the last week from the comp, because this is general perception that posing is not really that important. It's easy to do, it's easy to pick up. I've never competed before, this is my first time, but from what I've learned, I've been practicing my posing now for about 4, 5, 6 weeks. And even when I was overseas in Thailand, I was practicing my posing there as well for 30 minutes to an hour each session. And so I'm now a lot better at it, but I couldn't imagine leaving it to the last week of the comp. That's crazy, and I see why people do not suggest leaving your posing practice to the last minute. It's a bad move. You want to start your posing ASAP, as soon as possible. And so I'll go back into the gym and I'll do 30 minutes to an hour of posing in front of the mirror, and then I'll practice without the mirror, because you need to be able to hit the poses without seeing yourself in the mirror. And you need to do it purely subconsciously. Like, you can't even think about those poses because it will show up on the stage, the judges will feel it, and you'll get marked down for it. So that's essentially my training regimen at the moment. So it's about 3 hours per day, and I'll have 1 day of complete rest. So I don't do anything. I don't pose, I don't weight train, I don't do fasted cardio. And on the Saturday, for example, so that might be the Sunday, complete rest. On the Saturday, I'll do my morning walk, but I won't do any weight training. So weight training is 5 days per week. Fasted cardio is about 4 days per week, 3 to 4 days per week. And posing practice is about 5 days per week now. And it's been 5 days per week. Remember, I've had the injury, I've had the back injury, so I've had a couple of days off. It's been even 3 or 4 days per week because I've had a few days off because my back injury. If you're not familiar with that, check out my previous videos in the series. I talk about getting physio and stuff like that. So it really boils down to, 2 to 3 hours of training every day, most days, 5-6 days per week. So that is it. It's a lot, it's a big commitment, and it's easy for me because I'm a single guy with no children or anything like that. I can't imagine how challenging this would be for somebody who has a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, commitments. I do go to work, I work a full-time job, I do filming, and I'm a YouTuber, and I run a business on the side. So I guess that's a child that, how can you compare the two? Running a business, running a startup, and having a child. I'm not sure if they're comparable because I don't have children, but I don't have much time. I don't watch TV, I don't sit on Facebook, I film videos, I train, and I go to work. That's my life. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are awesome. Remember, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave your comments below with any questions you have. Like the video if you love it. Show me the love. It does take a lot of work to put these videos together. You are awesome. Stay fit, stay strong, be healthy, be crazy, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.